feeling depends on how you are when you're there. Like it's you know, if you're like more calm person, you'll bring that feeling into the battle. I really try to be calm when I'm there, but also like when I was younger doing some of those battles, especially big ones, like I wasn't feeling like confident. I was also, you know, nervous as hell
Yeah,
and
for
all
sure.
that. And the lights like beaming on you, just being like, okay, it's another day. It's not really like serious. Like I'm not like gonna die or anything. It's like not serious to me. Like I'm not here for the comp. I'm here just to dance. And
Yo, welcome to CypherBeastT.V. We got a sick b-boy from Oakland. He is known from his unique style, creativity, and finesse. He's been in worldwide competitions such as Red Bull BC1, Freestyle Session, Battle of the Year, B-Boy Unit, so much more. We got no other than Bboy Nasty Ray. On this episode, we'll be going over his journey in breaking, his experience with online battles, his mindset during battles, and more. I'm your host, Tony47, and enjoy this episode. Yo, what up? We got a dope b-boy here in Oakland, California. He's in Squadron Crews and so many other crews. He's been around the world. We got Bboy Nasty Ray. What's up, man? How you doing?
yo, what up? Cheers.
Cheers. Heck yeah.
Cheers.
Dope. It's a blessing. Thank you for being on the show today. Taking the time to do this. Definitely give you a bunch of gratitude to do this. Out here, I go by 24/7. I'm out here in Portland, Oregon. I've been breaking for 17 years, off and on. I won jams here in Portland. I've thrown jams and judged jams here in Portland. I never really explored the outside of my area besides Northwest. I've been to Seattle, Vancouver, BC, but from the knowledge I have, I was very closed-minded. So I want to explore and get in depth with other people and learn other people's mindset like yours. So
Oh,
ask you, Ray, you've been doing this for how long? Like over 20 years?
yeah, I think. Well, I was so little when I started, but yeah, 20 years.
Okay. When you
Yeah,
say
for sure.
little, like
I
middle
was like middle
school?
middle school, like
Okay.
like a baby. Like,
Oh.
I had one pair of shoes. I had one like one move when I
Oh.
started. You know, like
So, did you get introduced like into dancing or breaking like earlier than the middle school?
nah. Middle school is when I kind of like fell into it during a dance, a school dance. I mean,
Okay.
I was a loner. I was a loner. You know how it is. I don't know,
Hey.
like you know how it is, but like I was a loner, and then the dance was something that brought everybody together, and everybody was having fun. Some guy did a move, my friend at the time. Then I was like, I want
Yeah.
to do that, and I tried it out, you know, and then that's how I started.
Dope.
Started.
Dope. And was this from where you're at now, or uh was it Oakland, California? You're in Oakland, California now.
Yeah, that
Um,
was San Jose,
San Jose. Okay. Dope, man. And I know
California.
the Cali scene, they got a lot of dope cats down there, a lot of dope b-boys down there. You know, do you think some of the people you got involved in dancing, well, you started from middle school, and then
Yeah,
when did you expand? You just kept doing it and meeting new people, community jams or community practices and stuff like that?
yeah, exactly. Once you start, like you try to find a space to do it at, right? And then you kind of just find that nice floor somewhere. And when there's always someone else looking for the same thing, and then you get the tapes, like the videos, VHSs, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you share those. Those are like our YouTube on our hands, like our videos, and we share those videos. We copy
Yeah.
them, we bite all of it, you know, and we change it up, of course. But I'm pretty sure when I was young, I was just doing straight up bites.
Right, right. Yeah, that's tight. That's tight. I remember when I was growing up, I started back in I started breaking in '06, and I had homies and stuff that got like, hey, I got a copy of Freestyle Session 7 and stuff and DVDs of it, right? And we're starting to
Right.
watch a little bit of that. And I was like, oh crap, dope, dope. And when I was getting into it, I saw the moves and stuff like that, but I didn't really get down in the history of like who's this guy, who's this guy. And so I'm doing a lot of learning and self-exploring during this podcast as well. And so getting to know
Yeah.
you and others and people, some idols that I've seen in the past. And so dope, man, dope. And from those videos and being in your hometown or city, was there a lot of activity going on where you were as in breaking and
As when I was young,
yeah.
or like in general. Oh, when I was young,
Yeah, yeah. When you're young, or until
in middle
now,
school,
you
not
know.
you know, I didn't really get out that much actually. I was uh not really actually in middle school. I've only seen dancers at the school, and that was it when I was younger. So I would see them, and maybe at like PE class or something, do a few moves here and there. Because I guess basketball wasn't it for me at the moment. So I was like, I guess I gotta do something else. I didn't meet so many other dancers though in middle school. When high school came, that's when I started meeting people.
Oh,
High school
dope.
was like, yeah, that's when it was like, oh, there's crews. Like what? Like there was like so many things going on like in high school because in my years, like other high schools would go to our high school dance to battle us. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. We had something like that here too. I remember some homies will go to like these dances and like I'm gonna link up over there
Yeah,
and battle these guys.
yeah. They snuck in sometimes, like different school, just to battle us. This is pretty nice. I like that. It was like real cool to me.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I remember those. Yeah, that's freaking cool, man. And so you've been in the game for over that long. When did you feel like you got down with obviously some dope people now, dope people in your crew? Um, what year would you think you had your like opportunity, or you'd be like, or were you always hungry to compete?
I was not really ever hungry to compete when I was younger because I
Yeah.
didn't really like. I just wanted friends. I don't know like how. I saw the
Yeah.
videos of like that's cool. Like they're in different countries spinning on their head, but like I like the fact that all your friends came to one place just to go dance. Like in a different country. That was cool. I thought that was amazing. Just getting together and like just sessioning or dancing somewhere. Competing, I was like, I seriously could care less. I'm not really known for winning a lot of events. I've won
Uh-huh.
quite a few, but that's like not what it's about in my opinion. I think just for me
Yeah.
personally, even now,
Okay.
I'm like whatever.
You just do your thing and
Yeah, like
see how things.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Like just even being there. I know I'm gonna kill it or do whatever. Right? It's not really about like, oh, I won the trophy. Here I am. I have like one trophy back here.
Oh,
It's
dope.
second place.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Do you what jam was that at? Ah, okay. Well, Sonic on
Second
top.
place. It's the Sonic on top. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tight, tight. And what jam was that?
That was an open style event in Oakland,
Oh,
by
sick.
Turf Inc. Yeah, so but I'm just pretty much breaking. I don't know, like if it's open style, that means like do what you're good at, right? And
Yeah.
I'm good at breaking, so I just braked to some like hip hop tracks.
Yeah, that's tight. And speaking of that, like it kind of it's a little different, right? When you're competing, you're breaking and you're trying to rock the music and the best you can. But yeah, anyways,
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
cool, cool. No, I just saying the all style when I compete, I done a few and I feel it's a little bit different versus like doing a break battle. It's just I maybe
Yeah,
it's just less stress or
it's,
maybe less things. You're just having fun with it and just playing with the music, right?
yeah. There's so many things that go on in open style battles that make you dance the way you do. It's a lot of things in there, totally different than breaking, like for sure. One
Yeah.
one thing for a fact, there's actually like uh close to equal amount of female and male people at the event in general. Like it's more
Mm.
diverse.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like in those type of battles, you'll see people a lot more on beat or with the music, I would say. But they ain't doing crazy tricks like we are. But like this, there's still more with the music for by far. That's why they're so
Yeah.
popular because they're like, oh, like up. Everything's like just like that. Everything's nice. Like makes
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
So it's really big right now as well. Open style
Damn.
stuff.
That's tight. That's tight. And then, if you can name whatever on top of your mind or how many crews you're in. I know you're in Squadron and you
Oh
mentioned
yeah.
there you're in so many crews.
So yeah, I've been in a lot of crews. So it started with a crew called Square One with my homies in high school. Then I went to Headhunters crew, which were at
Oh,
Lords of
okay.
Florida, were the first ones. Yeah, that's when I was in high school. Uh, then Floor Lords, if I'm still there, I know I'm the homies Floor Lords. And then there's
Okay.
Boogie Brats.
Ah, word,
That's the
word.
sign. And then there
Oh,
was Heartbreakers. This the other sign. And
oh,
then
sick.
Oakland Originals, Squadron. What else? Not Zulu Kings.
Ah,
um, I'm sure there's another crew I'm missing right now, but that's like
okay.
what
And
off the
those are pretty heavy hitter crews, you
yeah, they're all like
definitely
did their
they
work.
made names for themselves and the people in it done some great things.
Mine
That's
180.
dope. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's sick. Dope, man. from this crew, meeting all this type of people, uh, did meeting the group from each crew obviously build some type of value, right? You got
Yeah,
little nuggets from this crew, some of this crew got your back on
got,
different things, and
got a lot
help
of
kind of
nuggets.
shape you into who you are today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like that's kind of like they are who I am, you know, who I was how I grew, you know, like to now.
Yeah,
So and there's a lot of different people, so it's like I had a lot of viewpoints. You know, like okay, that's okay. Like there's a lot. So
yeah.
that's and you know, and it's like very fast life. You know, back then it's like back then, as in like 10 years ago, and all those crews like were all like just battling it out. It was like one week, like, hey, oh, there's an event in Korea. We want to battle, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. And then and there's like this crew's like, hey, how about this gig here in
Uh,
LA? Hey, you know, something else going on over here. I'm like, oh man, so much going on at once.
yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
different things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I recognize a lot. Like, I'll tell you, some close in the Portland, Oregon, in the small city, right, or just in that city. When I'm expanding, looking at jams, there's a jam every week, but just not, in the States, global. There's something going on every weekend. It's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. Every in Europe, I think it's like every day over there or something. It's
It's
pretty wild over there.
oh man, nice. Speaking in Europe and you're traveling and stuff like that, how's your experience going to those other scenes in countries in Europe, Asia? Um, you know, like
I think as when you're younger, when I was younger, it kind of taught me a lot about respect and stuff like that, like more like values more than breaking. Like
nice.
I was there to break, but I really when you're traveling, when I was traveling as a young person, I'm like, okay, I could break anywhere, but everything I was learning was like serious like life values, like disrespect on like tips, like don't do this too much. Obviously, read the room, you know, like don't try to, these people over in Europe, they'd be
Mm.
walking to practice at the time, right? Like miles, like walking to practice in snow, right? Some
Oh
like
wow.
dramatics, some right, and then so they'd be doing that at that time, and back home where I was from, everyone's complaining about like fucking. Sorry, complaining about the most
Oh, you're
basic
good. You're
stuff,
good.
you know. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
they were like, oh, it starts too late. I'm gonna go sleep, something, whatever. I remember that
Mm,
time. And I remember coming from Russia, learning Russia, by the way.
yeah.
I learned that in Russia, like these guys are just going, like, I'm not saying they're risking your life to practice, but they definitely were like going through some stuff just to have a spot to spin or whatever, and coming back home, it kind of taught me how to really like respect what I got or what I have here
Yeah.
in America or whatnot at that time. That's what
Yeah.
I learned the most when I was traveling.
That's super tight and super dope because sometimes we take things for granted. And, like you mentioned, they're traveling in the snow just to get down and practice or
Yeah.
for sessions. And a lot of people here will like, hey, no, it's snowing and it's icy. I'm staying home. you know.
Yeah, yeah, right. And then back then, like I remember I would leave my cell phone on like a counter near the window, and they're like, "Don't do that; they'll steal it." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Who's gonna steal it?" I
Mm,
guess like people just steal stuff at practice, like outside. They'll be coming in like from the windows. I'm like, "What? This is wild." I'm young, I'm young. I'm like,
uh,
this is wild.
yeah. When you say
Yeah,
you're young, was it you said high school's time or
that was like when I was like 20, 21,
20? Okay, okay.
2021. Yeah, and like I always feel a little young because like I literally just been dancing most of my life, so I'm always like a little like I feel young all the time in a way. I don't know. Dance is like the fountain of youth. I'm sure you heard of that one before.
Ah,
And
okay.
I was raised by my grandparents, and so maybe it's a little different, but a little old school, I guess.
Mm,
Yeah.
I see, I see. Cool, man. And you've been out to Europe, in Asia. Has anything out there other than, the what it takes to, to go to practice and stuff like that? And obviously they work pretty hard in trying to do those things. But for you being out there, how was the whole experience, within like jams? You're out there competing, you're out there. Did you do any judging down there at all?
Oh yeah, for sure. I judge it all
Okay.
the time. Yeah. There's a lot of events in Asia. Like I think it's even. I'm not sure if I'm correct on this, but in
Okay.
China, I think it's part of the curriculum just to learn breaking as a for school for kids.
Oh, really? That's
So there's
awesome.
like, because we're there judging, and there's like a line of kids, like thousands of kids in line to battle.
Wow.
And they're like, it's like part of their teacher would come, like, okay, your turn. All right, you're done. You're next. Who's next? Your turn. It was like something like after school program.
Wow.
And that was a while ago, so I can't imagine like what they have now. A lot of people get paid over there to do stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's awesome. And over here, hopefully maybe soon we get something like
yeah,
that, but I don't see anything in structure for dance like that other than, studios and people are creating their own business through there, right? And
yeah.
so,
In Colorado, there's a school of breaking, and they actually have like a venue, and all the kids go there to learn actual breaking from real
oh,
artists.
dope.
And
Dope.
I think that's the first time I've seen like an actual school in America. Like it's like school for breaking. Like this is it.
Oh, no way. That's
So
sick.
yeah,
That's
there's
sick.
like a few things
I'm
popping
about
up,
to
but
go
not.
check that out. Is
Yeah,
that in
yeah, check it out.
Colorado?
Yeah, it's on Instagram. You check it out. It's like they have all the
Really?
stuff.
Okay.
Like
Dope,
yeah,
man. Yeah, I'm
they're
planning to go
organized.
out there out in May for a jam. So I might keep that in my mind to check out that school and be like, oh, that's kind of sick. Okay.
Yeah, there's a few things over there. Yeah, like studio wise and for kids and adults for sure.
Dope, dope. Yeah, I was over at freestyle last November, right? And that's my first time going. I see a lot of the youth breaking league and stuff like that. And I think it's really great to see that. I think I saw like Gravity rolling with like five kids over there, and some were
Yeah,
competing and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is tight. Like I haven't really seen anything much where I was from in the scene like that. And so to see that personally, be like, oh well, these kids can actually like shape some type of future or shape type of structure discipline through dance,
yeah.
right? And
That
not
that's new.
just
That
like,
stuff wasn't when we
okay.
were that stuff
Right.
didn't exist. That's new stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, so they're only to evolve from the new generation, so that yeah, keep the scene alive, keep things evolving.
yeah.
Wow, that's tight. That's tight. And it's super inspiring, just to see that. I'm like, I wish I was doing that when I was that young, or some type of guidance. I started when I was 18, so
Oh,
I felt
teenage.
kind of
Yeah,
late, and so yeah, definitely got some people in the scene doing that and stuff, and I kind of just stayed with like the scene. I didn't watch too much jams and battles, and so I'm learning a lot right now, the history and stuff like that. Man, that's awesome. Nasty Ray. Yeah, you done a lot of things. When I type in B-Boy Nasty Ray on YouTube, a lot of things pop up, all these high level jams, UDEF, um, out of the scene jam, out of the states jam, all that stuff. Um, were you always like when you join those competitions, you've been in like Red Bull Cypher, Red Bull jams. Um, how's the feeling like when you're on that stage? Kind of
uh,
like it
like the
does.
feeling.
Uh, yeah. Let's say general question. It's kind of like, yeah. I've been in jams and stuff like that. I always have like anxiety. I'm sure that even going to a
Yeah.
high level competition, there might be more eyes, more
Oh yeah.
hypeness, or maybe more. How was that feeling towards
I think
you?
the feeling depends on like how you are when you're there. Like it's you. If you're like more calm person, you'll bring that feeling into the battle. You know. So I really try to be calm when I'm there, but also like when I was younger, doing some of those battles, especially big ones, like I wasn't feeling like confident. I was also nervous as hell
Yeah, yeah,
and
for
all
sure.
that, and the lights like beaming on you. The floor usually was trash. It was like bad floor, so everything
Right.
burned up. And like now the floor is decent now, I think. So they fixed that. But I remember like uh just being like, okay, it's another day. It's not really like serious. Like I'm not like gonna die or anything. It's like not serious to me like that. It's just this is I'm not here for the comp. I'm here just to dance and kind of like wanted to bring that out. But every event is different. Like feelings are different from
Yes.
every other event. Big events, small events. Depends who's there. Depends on what's going on with that too. Who's judging? Who's DJing? Like a lot of stuff like
Mm,
that. It all comes into play, or how they
yeah.
treat you when you're there as well. Like just in general, like treatment. That really affects me as far as dancing. I know I learned now. Like if I'm not feeling right, then I'm probably not gonna dance right type deal.
Right.
Or especially or one of the events I was like hungover. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know stuff like that. Like I was like, okay, uh, yeah, that was a big event too. So
Damn, cool. You
I
know,
learned, yeah, yeah, a lot of stuff.
that's tight. That's tight. And you got great amount of experience within competing. You definitely, I would, so watching you in the videos and stuff, definitely you're taking a lot of risks in jams. Like, you know, your style has a lot of flavor, rocking the beat, um, you know, doing a Hadouken against the opponent,
Oh,
stuff like that, you know, like
yeah.
not very normal, but then you're having fun with it, which is dope. It's dope. The stuff like I like to see, and I'm sure other people do. So, like, you know, what are some of your intakes and strategies during those moments?
I mean, for those like Hadouken moment or like just in general, like
Yeah, just in general, man. Like, watching you dance and you know, and
strategies for battles, right? Is that what you're asking?
yeah, like
Battle strategy?
strategies or you know, some of the stuff like you can definitely see kind of it looks like you're freestyling or you're just like good at really great at your craft, right? But no,
For a battle, I mean, like I mean, yeah, of course you want to win, but like if I'm battling someone that does like power tricks and moves, I'm not gonna do power tricks and moves if I'm not that
uh-huh.
good at them, right? So but other than that, just like you just want to like just kill it, smoke them, do anything like you and your like how what you got to the music, of course, with the music, like and all that weird character like Hadouken stuff.
Yeah,
That's just part of it. That's a story, I'm like literally burning my opponent, like so it's like called
yeah,
burns, like
yeah, bro.
you could be like, get the sword, all that stuff. There's a bunch of ways to burn people, and look, taking your time, like the fact that you remember that, is nice because like I took my time for that. I'm like, oh, boom, like there it is. Uh, you'll see other dancers now like taking their time, and that now it's getting kind of noticeable. Like, oh look, people are like dancing to the music more. Like that's kind of like what it is in a way. It's more connected to the music, connection to the music,
Yeah, yeah. No, that's
even
definitely
if it's weird.
right. Yeah, because you feel it, the energy, and you feel the beat that you move with it, right? Instead of
Yeah,
just throwing out moves. I mean, you know, so yeah, that's sick. I'm still learning till this day, trying to rock the beat and dance with the music more, right? And
yeah.
so
I think slowing down or like in breaking is very underrated. People need to slow down.
yeah,
It's not always like fast as hell. Like you could dance slow and still win or break just as cool. In fact, it's probably even more nicer to see because if it's too fast, you don't doesn't even get a chance to see someone's face. Just like
mm,
like I want to see your face. Are you really in this, or are you just like spinning around?
yeah. That's
That's why
awesome.
open styles you see their face. You remember their face, not their moves, mostly.
Mm,
You'll remember like, oh, that was that one guy. You look at him or lady.
that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, because you can definitely tell if someone's going faster or like they're just running their moves, but taking the time. That's I'm still learning. I'm yeah,
It's
taking your
hard. It ain't
time.
easy. It ain't easy. I mean, like I teach dancing all the time to all ages, and even at like all ages. So I have kids in elementary school right now, and I have students that are like plus 30. You know,
Yeah.
it's still like it's hard. Like I ask them, and they're like, oh, "Not today." I'm like, "What do you mean not today?" It's like like so it's a
Right.
thing. It's a big thing. It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. And you said mention burns, right? Could you
Oh yeah, man.
I know what they are for some of the viewers listening, burns. Can you elaborate a little bit more what the burn is? You know, it's
Oh yeah.
obviously
So like for if you know rocking is like they do a lot of burns and rock dance.
yeah.
Uh, so it's kind of like I'm not sure if I'm like the right guy to describe this right correctly, but
Right, right.
um, it's kind of imaginary. I look at it like they pull out like a sword and they kind of cut you with the music. Like imagine like a song's like have that little sound effect and you're like shh, 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 and you burn them, then hit a freeze, kind of like oh he cut you
Ah,
and he did an air
yeah.
chair on top of you or whatever. But there's a lot of ways to burn people. Like you could actually like do their move, make fun of their move, clown their move. Because it's a conversation, right? Like you're just actually clowning or like trying to beat them in your conversation, your argument. And a battle is a battle. I'm sure you look up battle. It's not like, kids at a park having fun. A battle. It's a
Right, right.
battle. A battle is serious, right? So like you could do anything without like obviously hurting somebody or like you can't go too far. But like the burns, like that's just something you gotta have. It makes you more like it makes people know who you are more, like how serious you are about some things and how funny you could be or when more creative and whatnot. And
Yeah.
I have like a billion burns if I think about it.
Damn, that's awesome, dude. And speaking of it, I remember during the COVID times you did the Break Free live stream battles, right?
Oh yeah.
I think one of it was at the finals or one of the rounds you started doing jackhammers and you brought a hammer, you're like boom, boom with it. I was like,
Oh,
oh bro, this is
there
that
was
that
like
was
three
sick.
battles. Yeah, thanks. There's like three battles online. I think it was the first online battle was by Smurf
Oh, really? Okay.
and Muneki. They did like a concrete all star, some type of online battle. It was really good. That was the first one. You could
Oh,
submit a
sick,
video,
sick.
and then they edit it later and they put it together online. Nobody knows about that one. That was the first one, and I
Mm.
actually won that. I
Oh,
was
no way. Okay.
I was like, yeah, I won something no one knows about. Great. And then the second one was the break free one
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
saw, and then there was the Red Bull one too.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, that was like I said, like when you go to events, like big events, you're kind of nervous, right, and whatnot, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you feel a certain way, especially like you know who's around you, you don't know like what what's going on really, but those events, you're at home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable at home. I'm really comfortable over there. So that's like the best of the best in my opinion. Like I could get the hammer and do the thing, I can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like tripping by nothing. I'm after this round, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. It's right there. Whatever. I'm getting Jacob coffee. So that was like for me, online battles really nice. I love those online battles. A lot of people were
That's
nervous
sick.
about that and said it was corny and all that stuff. Even my own friends would say like, "Ah, it's corny." I'm like, "Let's see you do it then.
Right,
Let's
right.
see you do it." Oh, you don't want to do it? Okay, well, here I'll do it. Like it,
Yeah.
it ain't it ain't no. It's pretty easy actually. Think about it. Just record yourself on the camera. We all have phones.
Yeah.
Like I know
And
we're not in person, but COVID. What the hell?
yeah, right. How else are you gonna do it and keep doing it?
Yeah,
We're locked down. It's like, what else are you gonna do?
yeah. Where
Um
else? I'm not gonna start doing something else. Yeah,
so I think it's really dope. Even you kind of use the tools around your surrounding during that. I think you actually did it like a side flip off a car on
yeah.
one of
That's my
them
truck.
too. Oh, was that your
That's my
truck?
car. So yeah,
Okay.
I've done that
I
before, and I was like, this is the perfect time to do it on the battle. Like I never
Yeah.
could do it.
That's
And
dope.
just like things like that. Like I was like, oh, I could do what I want to do here. No one's gonna tell me otherwise.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's what I thought was a more free aspect. And I remember if I was a Poe or Ken Swift judging or so, they're like, oh, this guy reminds me of like Frosty or something back in the day,
Uh-huh.
because that's how free I was. I really was free in those online battles, even
Nice.
though they're not as popular or whatnot now. But
Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. I think that's tight. That was really dope. I remember seeing that and I was like, oh shit, okay. The flip off the car, you brought the hammer from the
yeah, man, I
jackhammers.
had
I was
all
like,
the I
what?
had everything ready.
That
I
was
had a lot of
sick.
things
That was sick.
because it's like my
Damn.
backyard, like little square spot.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, for I mean, some people might have their space and stuff. I mean, I'm definitely comfortable at home, but when it comes to dance, I usually go hit up like the gym, 24 hour fitness or something like that, right?
they let you play
But
music there. They
uh
let you play music there, like loud.
I usually just bring like my boombox and just connect that. Sometimes
Uh,
we get in it if it's like some people, if it's unlocked, some areas spots find a way, but yeah, usually nowadays I just bring a boombox with me.
all right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Nice. Nice. And where do you how do you or where do you train nowadays? Is there like community practices in your area or you kind of
Yeah,
do with like homies or
most
your
air most
crewmates? Yeah.
yeah most cities there's always someone to practice. I mean, like, so I live right now North Bay, so San Jose South. North Bay has a few different areas. There's Wednesday practice with Raul and the Elephant Graveyard guys.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay.
there's a Thursday, like 30 minutes near going west. Another practice at night. There's always like a schedule somewhere. You just gotta find it, and just like stop by when you can. I mean, I practice whenever I can. Honestly, I don't really like have like a schedule that much. I just do it whenever I see it. I'm like, okay, today's the day. I feel good. If I feel good these days, I practice. Kind of different from back then, where I practiced when I felt bad and good. I just kept practicing back then. Like no matter
Uh-huh.
what. Now it's like I've been even in the other interview I was telling Focus, I was like, I kind of practice now when I feel good, like because I know
Mm,
like I'm gonna bring that into the practice rather than release my stress and get just go crazy. It's a little
yeah.
different now, but it depends where you are at in life.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And how old are you now?
I'm 37.
37. Okay. Okay, word up, word up. We're
Yeah,
similar in ages,
hell
maybe.
yeah.
So that's tight. Yeah, yeah. Dope, man. So I got a question I wrote down. You know, there's a video I saw on Rockstrike's channel, the
Hmm.
Squadron series, Nasty Ray
Oh
with
yeah.
you. You said a quote, a fire quote, actually. I thought it was sick. And so you
What
said,
did I say?
you're like, I think it revolves around creativity and style and stuff. It says, uh, people playing the instrument don't hold back, right? And so
Oh
you have
yeah.
to go off through your personality and who you are. And so when you said, I was like, oh, like it just like snapped my like one of those light bulbs. I'm like, oh, dude, I never thought of it that way. Like if these music or musicians or DJs going all out playing that track, how come
Yeah.
you're not on the floor competing or being going all out too? Because I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that don't go all out, right? And
Yeah.
so uh yeah, that's sick and sick,
Thanks.
and when you said that, I was like, damn, that's dope. Um, could you be able to explain a little more, elaborate a little bit more on that? For,
Yeah. For sure. I like giving like weird examples like that because I don't think everybody understands like what's going on in breaking or in general in anything, maybe. So like you got to give like all these analogies and metaphors or whatever that you would call that.
yeah,
Um, so like like musicians, whatever they're playing their music, you have to balance it out with them. That's kind of like the pocket area of dance. Like if they're playing hardcore, like whatever, and you're like just not with it, it's not gonna really match or not. But I'm not saying you have to do that, but it's a good way to like just look balanced, and that's all I kind of want to bring in dance. Is just look balanced, makes sense. Um, and the guitar guy, like he's going off on the guitar, like hitting all those things, like, and then someone else doing like a not even listening, like almost have the headphones on, like just spinning around, like on their doing a backspin. I'm like,
uh-huh.
what? This that's the only time he has a guitar riff and you're doing a backspin. Like,
Right.
like out of the whole song, you missed the whole point of that track, like as far as musicality goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like just one thought, like, but it could some people get like you got it. It got to you. So I'm happy that worked.
Yeah,
But
no, yeah. It what I resonate through it was like, because sometimes I say you do a 2-on-2 battle, or you just see people somebody going off, right? Like your crewmate or somebody going off, and you're like, "All right, I gotta keep that energy strong with it, so I gotta go hard at it too, or with a sense of personality and your style at the same time, right? And so,
yeah,
yeah, no, I think that was dope. That was a really dope quote. Definitely will resonate with me, and hopefully the viewers and whoever's listening and watching this that helps them shape some type of way as well. So,
yeah, you gotta like
sick.
be with the music, dude. Like it's and I know it's hard. I know breaking is so hard because I even in class I'll be off beat sometimes. I'd be like, yeah, because I'm not trying to die on my head, like I'm not trying to do a halo to my face, so I'm gonna miss the beat. I'd rather be, so it's hard to be with the music
Yeah.
while you're breaking. It's not like an easy task, we ain't standing all the time. We ain't
Right.
stomping, so it's like we're literally on our pinky. Like my left pinky is like forever crooked,
Uh-huh.
it, it
Oh, did
sucks,
you?
like because I'm trying to be on beat. I don't want to be like it's lots of it's hard. It ain't easy. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Definitely takes some skills and talent to rock it all in one. Yeah.
Yeah, like breakers are like I think the ultimate, in my opinion, one of the ultimate dance of all time. It's the best.
Yeah.
Everything like in general, like stuntmen, like tricking, gymnastics, capoeira. It goes.
Yeah.
Everything's in one, right? And I'm like, we know how to fall down good. We know how to get up good. We know how to roll around. It's like no like thing you blocking us. To be pretty free out there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. It's definitely yeah, we could bring everything we see into one. It's very athletic too, right? From power moves. You got to be definitely
Oh yeah.
in shape and learn the fundamentals, all that to do it. So
Oh yeah. It's hard, but yeah, it ain't impossible. I mean, come on.
right. No one can just jump in. They want to do this power moves, which is the hype stuff, right? Where audience and
Yeah.
people love to see. But yeah, man, that style, your style, dude, you're dope. You're mad dope. I love your style, your originality, what you bring to the floor. It's
Oh,
real
nice.
creative and it's hype, right? I like it. I like it a lot. And so, you have a YouTube channel. You there's some vlogs and stuff like that. What are your thoughts with content creating?
Um, for me, like I kind of like not the pinnacle of content creating. I have my
Uh-huh.
moments, like really nice moments, but I kind of like go to the next platform. Like right now, I like Instagram, so I kind of
Hmm.
slowed down YouTube by far.
Yes.
Because I was like, I'm gonna do Instagram right now. I'm not even on like TikTok like that. But I had what do you call it, the Twitch channel. I tried that. I didn't really like.
Oh,
It's a
word
lot
up.
of
Yeah.
work, you know.
Yes. Yes, for
Um,
sure.
a lot of work, and also like now I'm a little older, so I have a lot more other things like on my mind than making content.
Right.
But
Right.
I would say a lot of my Instagram content is pretty good, and that's kind of like I keep it there mostly. Unless someone wants something, I like requests, so I'm like, oh, let me know. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm like I sometimes have like a question thing on Instagram, like ask me a question, I'll answer it and do the mic setup and whatnot, and just answer, like kind of like now, but in 1 minute videos or whatnot.
Oh, dope.
Uh,
Dope.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like doing those, but like I said, consistencies are important in content creating.
Oh,
Um,
yes. Yes.
yeah, so I'm not. Unfortunately, it's not me. Like, it ain't me doing all that.
Right.
Like I said, I'll have my moments, and that'll be it. And it'll be like maybe like a lot of views for a few, and I'm like, oh, cool. You know,
Yeah.
I like it like that. I feel more sane doing that instead of being like on that push every day. I
Hmm.
don't want my mind to only think about breaking. I don't like that. I don't like having one thought all the time, like, oh, my air flyer or whatever every day. I want to think about
Yeah.
other things in life.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
paint something. I want to do something else.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it's good to take a break for a little bit, come back, right? And
Oh yeah. I think,
refresh.
oh yeah. I think that's what break is for. The break and take the break and break. It's like literally the break is like you must take so many. I think it's always important. I'm like, it's not a race.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a race. Definitely be the best you can be doing what you want to do within that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and the more you know about other things in life makes you better at breaking it. In my opinion, like nothing to do with breaking stuff. Like just being a nice person, knowing how to talk, knowing, like I said, read the room, or just having
yeah.
good timing and different things that goes to your breaking. All that goes with it. That's why some guys or B girls and whatnot, they're a little smoother than others because they're not just breaking. They're living.
Mm. Yes. Heck yeah, man. That's dope. That's really dope. And how do you use that, lifestyle
Yeah,
into
it's
the break?
just,
Yeah.
yeah, like all that positive stuff you learn from, I don't know, being a good person goes into that movement. Like maybe you have a smile now when you dance, like maybe, some that stuff all rubs off. It comes in, goes in.
Yeah. Dope,
You
man.
don't see that very often. You don't see like, oh, I'm having so much fun, you don't see that. Or if you do
Yeah.
see it, I don't believe it.
No, for sure, for sure. I'm still trying to be like that, till this day, and through jams and competitions, try to get more open and more free, right? And doing what I love. Like I practice sometimes, I'll listen to music and just be what I feel at that moment, doing things. I'll be like, oh wow, I just freestyle now and know what I did, and bringing that to like an actual competitions or like in the scene at a practice or at a competition at a jam, trying to get more loose and be that way. So, um,
Yeah,
you know,
at the gym, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I do some crazy stuff during a practice. I'm like, what the heck, man?
What kind of
That'd be
crazy stuff?
sick.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, what are you
Uh,
doing? What's
dude,
crazy?
right now I'm rocking the beat. Nothing like crazy power moves or anything like that. So, I mean, I got like I could do all basic power. Not I can't do air flares yet.
Oh,
Swipe babies, all that stuff. But I have a lot of like tricks and like trick moves. So I do a
yeah,
lot of um you know, I love footwork and I love doing like style and stuff, and then I'll throw some tricks and stuff like that in there too. And so I think the crazy stuff in my mind was like just some random blow up, I would think, and then and most of all it's just like hitting the beat with it too. So like I'll be like feeling the beat and then I'll throw a trick with the beat. I'm like, damn, that's
yeah.
sick. In my mind, it's sick. I don't know.
I'm sure it is. I mean, if,
So
if it's if it's with music,
yeah, 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 dope, man. Uh Wow. Wow. So, Nasty Ray, you got any questions for me by chance?
Um, what do you? Let me think.
Okay. Okay.
How about this? What's your go-to music right now?
Ooh, that's a good one. Go to music right now.
In breaking, I
Uh,
guess. So just
in
breaking.
breaking, in
Yeah, I
breaking.
mean, because yeah,
Right now
most
I like
people.
listening to a lot of DJs or like mixtapes.
Yeah.
Um, right
Who?
now, I like listening to DJ Lagunier.
Like in here, huh? I never heard of that.
He's from Europe.
Good.
You heard his tracks. I'm pretty sure you heard some of his
Probably, I
tracks.
probably heard it.
Um,
Probably did that.
he's dope. A little bit of Flag, Bless One. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, trying to listen more of that. And then sometimes I'll just play like some like chill, kind of like hype, but chill song, nothing too crazy, Upbeat. That's when I'm practicing though. But yeah, yeah. So uh dope, man. So hey, has there ever been a battle that stands out to you
A
from
battle distance from I'm in the battle or in general, just any
you
battle.
in the battle? Has anything a memorable moment for you in a
Uh,
compet or jam?
a battle that I was in. I mean, there's so many. A lot of them
I
have highlights.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, shoot. I guess the one of the bigger battles was with my 180. It was Bboy Unit 2007.
Wow. Okay.
Um, it was in Korea. I think a bank sponsored it. Like just straight up, like a bank's gonna sponsor a breaking event. We're like, what? Like a bank? Imagine a bank
Uh-huh.
sponsoring breaking event. Like, okay, cool. So over there, like it was nice because, like I say, it's about the feeling, right? Like if you're in the right mode, it's gonna come out really nice. We got there. It was like there's already breaking on the taxis of the cars, TVs, like
Really?
advertising breaking
What?
events. Yeah, as you get picked up from the airport,
Wow.
whatnot. We're like, what? So we go to Rivers crew. They have a practice like studio, and
Uh-huh.
what I mean? So I'm from over here in San Jose. I'm like, we don't have no breaking studios at that time. And we had nothing like that. Like, we had a community center, maybe it wasn't ours, but rented. They had a
Yeah.
studio up in a nice building. They had like a nice. It was like they would sleep there and wake up and practice, like pretty much. Like they could just do that all day. I'm like, dang, this is like a
Dang.
dream. We battled there, battled them. We won. We went back to the studio. Then we were drinking like soju
Uh-huh.
till we passed out apparently, and then we went back home. But the whole battle itself was just like all positive and good, in my opinion. That everybody was taken care of. I guess the
That's
funny
awesome.
story is um, our crew. We had Casper, me, Beast, Keeps, Milky, Curious, Kuso, but so basically my 180 and a few others combined. And I remember crashing into Casper hella bad, and we still
Uh-huh.
won. Like you ever
Oh.
do crab walks
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
backwards? So
Yeah, like you yeah, yeah.
he's like crab walk backwards. I'm like what? And I'm on crab walk in commando. I'm like okay, and for some reason we just went straight to each other like scissor. It
Oh, what?
was quick, but I was like damn, it's scissor Casper right now.
Was it pretty obvious?
Not really. I mean, it's obvious for the battlers, everyone in the breaking. You're like, ah,
Right.
like yeah, maybe not that round, but it was against Rivers, and it was like so like serious. But at the moment, like we're having fun, so or I was having a lot of fun. I was like, okay, so I didn't mind too much, but I was looking back, I was like, oh shoot, that was like a big battle. I just like literally like almost lost it for everybody. I was like, oh.
Oh, right.
But we won though. We won though. I mean, there's a lot of stories that happened that day. It was pretty like I said, learning a lot because when they gather a lot of dancers in one area, like you see a lot of characters and different perspectives all at once. Like within like 5 hours, you'll meet like 20, 30 different people from around the world, and then they'll be
Wow.
like, "What? Oh, so it's not intense." But that battle was like a memorable one because we actually won, and other things happened. But I mean, I thought that was a little like
That's funny.
little
Yeah.
funny thing, a
That's
little
nice.
commando scissors.
Uh, you're like, that crash or whatever hitting each other could have shaped the outcome of the results, right? So
Yeah, but we won anyways. But still, like I was like, oh shoot, I don't know. That
yeah,
round
that's
was
tight.
trash. My bad. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, damn, that's awesome, man. I gotta definitely check that one out. That was
Yeah, it's
you
on.
said B-boy or
So my
unit?
180
Oh,
versus
my
Rivers
180.
crew.
Okay.
If you type that in YouTube, it'll pop up my 180 versus Rivers
Dope.
B-boy
Dope.
unit.
Okay, cool, man. Definitely I'm gonna check that out. Um
I mean, there's lots, like every event has a story, and I mean that's what it's about. And not all of them are good stories, you know. I'm only sharing you like happy stories. A lot of them are like not as great as that. Probably
mm.
like more like emotionally damaging, I would say.
Oh, really?
Um,
Was there
oh yeah, you can't have 30, you can't have 100 dudes in one hotel, you know, like you know something's gonna happen, you know, especially
uh
breakers all in one area. Mm.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Like even like I think my first drink of alcohol was through breaking.
Oh,
Yeah, so that
really?
wasn't. Yeah, I learned that through breaking for
Ah,
sure. I remember who gave it to me. I remember where it was, what event, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have had that one. You know,
uh-huh.
like some things like that. Remember, I mentioned being hungover one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't even know what hungover was. You know, because I was learning to drink. I was like, okay, that's not good. All of us
Right.
lost. You know, that day.
Uh yeah.
Not just
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure. And speaking of some challenges and stuff like that, have you ever had any challenges where maybe you got injured and you're like, oh, I can't do this no more, or maybe like like maybe self doubt in certain ways where how am I going to keep breaking? How am I going to do this, or like stuff like that?
I mean,
If you're
I
okay
always think I
speaking out,
have that thought. I
yeah.
have that thought a lot. I mean, but you know, you always get creative and get out of it. But physically, you know, I've been injured all the time. I don't really talk about it because I just dance on the other arm or elbow, you know, I just like roll with it.
Mm.
Pretty big wrist injury and knee injury, like what do you call it? Not bursitis, the joint in there.
Oh, uh,
The
I don't know.
It like snapped one time.
Oh, no way. Damn.
Yeah, it was like that was actually during like kids show too in the morning. But I mean, like,
Oh,
you know, I just swipe wrong and whatever. And it was like snap and the wrist from just repeating the same move over and over again. But like you said, like, you just gotta like adapt to it and move around. We're pretty adapt. We can adapt to things physically. I think the
yeah.
most challenging thing in breaking is probably inside, like emotionally or like, you know, I don't know, like
Yeah.
that's the challenging part. I always believe, like by far, it's like so it trumps every. It's by far more challenging than physical injuries. Like everyone's talking
Yeah.
about, like, oh I broke my knee, my your ankle. I'm like, all right, you know about this, you can't really fix something like this inside, you know. So like,
Yeah.
also shout out to therapy, I guess. Shout out to that. So
Okay.
go find that if you can, or somebody. Because yeah, a lot of stuff that happens like you can't really fix, you know, like people's like idea, perspective, or
Oh,
whatever they put
right.
on you. Yeah, and it's like, okay, I don't want to go to the event no more if I'm gonna see this motherfucker again. You know, I'm not gonna go here.
Mm.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. I don't want to be around that person or what or whoever, you know, or what the
Yeah.
idea is about. You know, like that's something that I I fight with all the time.
Mm.
Like I don't want. That's why I've not traveled that much. I'm like I want to be around half these guys or people
Yeah.
sometimes. You know, like you got to understand like your views and their views. I'm like, okay, not my path. I don't want to be part of that world, you know.
Right. Right. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely that can
That's
shape
hard
different
part.
things. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean, self doubt, and to me, started this podcast, and I'm like, I got a lot of self doubt starting at the first 3 months into it. I'm like, I'm speaking to you, and giving me the time to speak to you, which is great and fantastic. I felt like I haven't put enough work out there to be like exposed, like who's this cat doing stuff like that? Is he just a promoter? I'm like, no, I dance. I still dance to this day. I love this stuff, and I want to get it into a broader moment where I'm exploring other people's mindsets and how to get ability to adapt, and hopefully it would create something where build value to others to keep moving, right? Like behind the
Yeah,
scenes stories, stuff like that. And yeah, definitely had a lot of self-doubt on it. I mean, still to this day I'm doing it, but I'm just keep doing, not trying to compare myself to others. And so
yeah.
I'm
Don't
just
compare yourself to
so
others. Do
yeah, and so I just,
that one.
all right, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it, my time, stuff like that. I'm not trying to compete with anybody, but besides myself, right? Just trying to be better. Um,
Yeah,
the next bettering myself each day, competing with myself each day too. So,
yeah.
bro,
Take time too.
Dude, that's dope. I'm happy you got on here. I'm gonna wrap it up here.
All
But
right.
before I do, I like what to do what's called a cipher round.
Oh,
Um, yeah, it's not getting down, but I got like 5 questions in my mind that maybe you could speak on top of your mind, right?
all
And
right.
so, you down?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, the first question, what is your favorite breakdance move?
Oh, footwork.
Footwork. Okay,
The
word,
move.
word. Is there a specific move though?
Oh, a specific move. For I don't know.
You got like CC six. There's so many out there. Um,
Yeah, footwork with the music. I don't know.
okay, okay. Footwork music. That's sick. That's sick. Okay. Um, you asked me this kind of question already. What's the go-to music? Which will, same question. Do you have a favorite artist or band you listen to?
Right now, no, I don't. But I have a giant playlist of like old school. Like you ever watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that soundtrack, I like breaking that soundtrack,
Oh,
believe it or not.
sick. Okay.
Kind of cool. Yeah. So check that soundtrack. Not
Yeah.
really like typical, but it has some hits.
Right. Right. Is that's dope. That's dope. It's kind of like outside the box, right? You gotta
Yeah,
adapt
my
like
favorite
different
song right now
swings.
is by Space Hog.
Space
It's
Hawk.
called
Okay.
let's see, Space Hog. In the meantime, it's called In the
In the
Meantime.
meantime, on the
Yeah,
Garden
it's a
Galaxy
rock song.
soundtrack.
Yeah, yeah, it's a rock song. It's a type it in. It's called In the Meantime, Space Hog. Right.
Dope. I'm gonna check it out. Go, man.
Oh yeah,
Um, do you like pineapple on your pizza?
sure. Why not?
Yeah. Dope,
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, I had a lot of different things. Some people hate it, people love it. So it's just like
Oh yeah. East Coast
random
don't like
question.
that.
Dope, dope. If you had a chance to enter of anybody on a two versus two, do you know who would that be?
Oh, for me to enter with somebody else?
Yep, anybody
Oh
in the
shoot.
world or past or present, stuff like that.
I would enter with K-Mill one time. Just
Okay.
because like it's a homie, so and very inspired by him. Especially when I was young, and be
Nice.
like one. I entered with him before, but not 2-on-2.
Oh,
So
okay. So that'll be
that'd be special. I think at least for me it would.
nice. Nice. That's sick. That's sick. And then do you have a favorite book or are you listening to anything right now?
Favorite what?
Book?
Book.
Book or audiobook? Anything you're listening or reading currently?
I like all those. Seth Godin. You ever heard that guy?
Mm-mm. No.
Seth Godin's like a marketing guy, but he's real like I like his approach just
Okay.
in general. So I've been reading a lot of his like blogs and whatnot. Seth Godin,
Godin.
Seth. He's like a bald dude.
Okay.
Um,
I gotta check them out.
yeah, that's like something very inspirational. A lot of my ideas came from him actually.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I really twisted into breaking, but like a lot of stuff, no one knows that. Now you do. Everybody else does.
Sick. That's sick. That's sick. And you know how we mentioned you saying that, with the style and kind of lifestyle, and you kind of step away and refresh where you could bring some of that stuff into breaking, right? So it's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing, an art form. That's where it creates the art form to your experience and how you're gonna present it in different ways. So oh man, so sick, so sick. Nasty Ray, hey, thank you for getting on this podcast.
thanks, Tony.
If people and viewers want to get a hold of you, what will be the best source?
I think the best source to get a hold of me is on Instagram,
Okay.
IG. Just DM me that, and I'll get it to it eventually. If I miss
Yeah.
it, just keep DM me again. I'll do it again. Like, what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of people out there.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best. Or if you see me in person, whatever, tap my shoulder or something.
Say what's
I
up.
like also, yeah. I mean, like I like these conversations like this. I mean, usually back then I just have it like at a bar or something, and this is like how it feels like, chill out.
Right. Oh yeah, 100% for sure. After a party or stuff like that, and linking up, talking to
Yeah.
people. Yeah, it's definitely uh very appreciated and get those kind of stories and stuff and chop it up
Yes.
and talk
It's a little
and
more intimate.
yeah, intimate for sure. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Right before wrapping up, last question. Are you working in any projects or any buildups on the horizon?
I'm always doing art with breaking right now. I love doing art. If you look, I'm gonna show you the camera.
Okay,
I'm
like
moving.
painting art, drawing art or
Yeah, like
something, or
real,
okay.
like that's obviously
Oh,
that
whoa.
thing.
Is that hand like a cactus hand? Is that
Yeah, it's like the hand. Yeah, this
oh
thing.
Yeah,
This was
yeah,
done
yeah,
by the
yeah.
hand,
The blast.
kind of like this.
Oh, what? Oh, no
This
way. Okay.
this is actually head spinning. You turn it around.
Oh, okay. That's what kind of looked like that
Yeah, yeah.
gaze,
So
but with
I
the
like doing
spin.
that. I mean, any art show. I did an art show and I released some music actually a few months ago.
Oh shit, that's
So
sick.
I do a lot of stuff. It's just like I said, it's just a lot of things going on. I'm trying to go to the more art approach rather than like first place winner
Mm-hmm.
approach.
Oh, right, right,
Because
right.
everybody's competing. No one's doing it different. You know, there's a lot of things you could do with
Yeah,
dance. So many different things you could do. I mean, like shoot, you could paint a picture, bro. Like you do anything. Yeah.
yeah. That's
So
so.
I think if you check out my Instagram, I usually post
Yeah,
stuff there. I know I'm not as consistent as I should be, but I mean that's what I got. It's quality. So yeah.
yeah. Damn, that's dope. That's dope. I kind of like. I really like that picture you said with the. You just put the paint. You're just like, all right, because it's a
Yeah.
movement and it
I
turned
sold
into an art.
one actually. I
Oh,
sold one of
really?
yeah, I was so happy at my first one of my big sale. I was like, oh shoot, you know.
Nice. Are you? Do you have a website open for that, or how do you?
Yeah, it's on my it should be on my Instagram bio below it as Linktree.
Okay, dope, man.
It should check. It has I have like a little like WordPress website, some pictures there, you know. But pretty
Oh,
much I do
sick, sick.
anything. I do graphic design as well, and so like I have a lot of designs, dude. Like this it's forever, bro. Like we're going off over
Ooh,
here.
what? X
Yeah,
Rogue.
yeah. So you know, like this,
Yeah,
I've so it's just a lot of stuff involved with breaking.
that's dope.
Um, and like I said, that's all I do pretty
Oh
much. For
wow,
most,
that's
yeah,
sick.
yeah, it's some stuff.
Shoulder spin. The
Yeah, and it's
beast.
Beast and
Yeah,
Beast.
from
You know,
X-Men.
Beast mode from my crew.
Uh-huh.
Uh, that's his signature move, I believe. It's like a side spin.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. I could do
it's
like two
hard.
rounds
It's
shoulder
tricky.
spin, but not like
How many you
not like
got?
that.
I have two or three.
Yeah. That's nasty. Yes.
But
Dude,
yeah,
that's
like yeah,
dope. Your I'll link all those under the description below. Your art form, your WordPress, your website and stuff like that. Also your Instagram, I'll link that all in the description below.
thanks.
You got any last takeaways for me, for the viewers before we get off?
No, just thanks for getting me on, and I hope you get over those musical bumps and self doubt
Yeah.
stuff. Right? Yeah, yeah, because it's don't let it take you. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
take a
it's
break.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah. It could be very yeah, intriguing to you, or a lot of that can get you
that's
for sure.
pasito. Yeah,
Right. Cool, man. Nasty Ray, thank you once again. For you guys wanting to get in touch with Nasty Ray, his Instagram, his website will be linked in the description below. If you want to get in touch with me, my Instagram will be in the description below. You can find this channel on Apple and Spotify. Just type in CypherBeastT.V. And thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
later. Thanks.
It's like you're getting props. That becomes addicting. Just attention in general, you're getting addicted to that. And then you're getting addicted to the high that you get when you're dancing on the floor. And that was a period of my life too. A period in my life where people doubted me. You know, they told me I wasn't gonna be any good. So I would hit these postpartum depressions